What is the event? The event is the 2013 NBA or National Basketball Association All-Star Game. What are the storylines coming into this event? Some of the storylines coming into this event are injuries, which remain prevalent in today's game. Several of the players who were voted to the All-Star Game may play or may miss this popular fan attraction due to injuries. Those players who don't miss the game will play with injuries. However, their time may be just limited by the coaching staff. Although this is an exhibition game, players compete against their peers for highlights and bragging rights, with the ultimate prize being the most valuable player of the game. How did the announcers connect with the audience? Well, the play-by-play announcers, Steve Kerr, Marvelous Albert, and Reggie Miller, kept the flow of the game's announcements going as fast as the game did. David Aldridge took on the role as the sideline reporter and at one point was moved off the court by LeBron James. What storylines developed during the game? Between the three announcers, storylines differed. Talks about players and their teams dominated the conversations throughout the broadcast. Much of the conversation would be about the duos from different teams and the triplets from the Miami Heat. Some of the conversations were about the younger players and how the future would look for the game. Another storyline was the history of the game and that only one player has repeated consecutively as the most valuable player, which was Bob Pettit. Finally, the defense of Kobe Bryant on LeBron James became the main topic. I believe this was brought on by the comments made by Michael Jordan that if he had to choose between LeBron James and Kobe Bryant, he would choose Kobe with his 5 titles against LeBron with his 1 title. This fired up Kobe, and I think that Kobe would like to say to LeBron and to the rest of the league, I am not retired yet. Throughout the weeks leading up to the All-Star Game, social media was very active. In an article dated February 2013 by Marsha Burns Ortiz, specialist to ESPN.com, this year was the first year that social media was allowed to be used to vote for the All-Stars. Sports and fans and social media has become somewhat intertwined. Players can tweet throughout the games with fans and or vice versa, and the athletes can then answer the tweets or answer questions that are provided by the fans during the games. Some of the comments that were read on social media was that the fans were upset with the talent level that the game was bringing on, based because there are new players in the game. So how was social media integrated into the broadcast? Well, the trio of announcers kept going back and forth to social media to make comments that the fans made within the media platforms. Integrations of social media keeps the fans involved throughout the sporting events. Now, a lot was not made during the game by the announcers that, someone was backstage doing or interacting with the fans with social media, but I'm quite sure it was, as this was a high-profile event. Social media covers sporting events from different platforms. Twitter, Facebook. You can also send in texts from your cell phones or smartphones. As much information in a story that you get from traditional news can be obtained from social media. Speaking of interactivity, I remember when we could vote using traditional news or vote for players who attend the All-Star games by ballots submitted through the United States Postal Service. Now you can do this through the means of social media.